Impact Wrestling's about to hit the airways tonight. Is the continuation of the Bound for Glory series. Jeff Hardy in a main event taking on AJ Styles for the Bound for Glory series. Plus, Hernandez 101 with the one member of Aces and Eights, Mr. Anderson, and Samoa Joe takes on Christopher Daniels of the Bad Influence. Samoa Joe's also part of the main event Mafia. But also tonight, Mickie James defends the Knockouts title against Gil Kim, as well as the crowning of a new X Division champion, Triple Threat Ultimate X, with Manic versus Sanjay Dutt versus Greg Malachito. I can't say his name. It's Chimpoetta of WWE. But that's all tonight. Plus, the fallout from what happened last week with the crowning of a new World Heavyweight Champion in Chris Sabin. Plus, the continued war between Aces and Eights and the main event Mafia. How will the Aces and Eights combat the loss of the world title and the Aces and Eights continued dominance of TNA and the Aces and Eights? We'll have to wait and see how it turns out tonight. So let's get to it. Impact Wrestling kicks off with the main event Mafia, who talk a little bit about how they have Aces and Eights on the ropes and on the verge of eliminating Aces and Eights after what happened last week when the main event with Chris Sabin coming on top and becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. They invite Sabin out to celebrate in the middle of the ring, but he comes out and announces that he wants to be a fighting champion, so he'll and in that spirit he will challenge the winner of the X Division Triple Threat Ultimate X tonight. Whoever becomes the new X Division champion, he'll put his World Championship on the line against them next week. But before he can finish, they are interrupted by Bully Ray and a man he says this is loyal, but I recognize him. If anybody else will hear anybody else watching this, if you've ever seen OVW Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the TNA developmental territory, the man Bully came out with said he was his loyal, but it was actually Dean Hill, the main announcer of OVW, the main commentator. He says that they have till the end of the show to present the TNA World title back to Bully Ray, or there will be serious consequences for the entire main event Mafia, Sabin, and the entire TNA company. So, how's this going to turn out? Is Sabin going to hand over the world title back to Bully Ray, or is it going to end in some kind of a war between Aces and Eights and the Mafia? I'm kind of leaning towards the latter. But coming up next is the Triple Threat Ultimate X match to crown the new X Division champion, Manic Greg Malachito, I can't say his name, and Sanjay Dutt. I'm looking forward to a great X Division match, so let's get to it. Manic survives the Ultimate X and becomes a new X Division champion after taking a sick looking bump on the ramp, courtesy of Greg Malachito, I think his name is. He hit the fade to black on Manic on the entrance ramp, which left Manic down for a few minutes, but somehow Manic was able to get back up and climb the structure, crawl across the cables, and retrieve the X Division Championship, crowning himself the X Division Champion. That means Manic will get his shot at Chris Sabin next week. It should be an excellent match for the World Heavyweight Championship. But coming up next, we have the VP of the Aces and Eights, Mr. Anderson, one-on-one with Hernandez for points in the Bound for Glory series. It should be an interesting match to watch, so let's get to it. Anderson picks up 7 points in the Bound for Glory series, picking up a win over Hernandez after Hernandez tries to hit El Mexico from the ramp over the top rope into the ring and gets grounded by Anderson as he forces Hernandez to nosedive into the mat. This leads to the mic check, which leads to the fan in the wind picking up 7 points in the BFG series. Anderson, I'm not sure where that leaves Anderson in the standings, but what an interesting situation it could be if Anderson actually becomes the winner, actually wins the BFG series and fights for the world title. Even if it's not against Bully Way, it would make a very interesting situation considering Bully just lost the world title to Sabin. How would the leader, the president of the Aces and Eights, feel if his VP becomes the world champion after he lost it? But so we'll have to see how that plays out. But coming up next, the Knockouts champion, Mickie James, defends her title against Gail Kim. It should be a very good Knockouts match. A very good match, period. I can't wait to see it. So let's go to it. We go back to Impact Wrestling, where we go backstage to Joseph Park's locker room, where Eric Young comes in with a what looked like an iPad, but it had Impact Wrestling on the back of it, so I don't know what it was. But he shows Parks what is apparently a video of last week's match that Parks had with Jeff Hardy. Well, Parks started bleeding and snapped and got himself disqualified. Parks claims that it was a total blank, that he totally blacked out and doesn't remember any of that. But it certainly sets up a very interesting story going forward. What will happen with Joseph Parks / Abyss, if that's where they're going. But I'm interested to see where that goes. Plus, Velvet Sky comes to the ring and says that she made a mistake letting Mickie James know that she was injured in a title match where Mickie became champion. But from now on, she's not letting anyone know so much about her situation. She's not gonna be so willing to tell everyone everything about her. But she is gonna take a seat and watch as Mickie James and Gail Kim fight it out for the Knockouts title. It should be interesting to see how this turns out. Will Velvet get involved? Will she become a distraction for Mickie or Gail Kim? Like I said, it should be interesting to see. So let's see how it turns out. Mickie James retains the Knockouts title after Gail Kim gets in an argument with referee ODB and ends up slapping her. The distraction causes, or the fight causes the distraction for Gail Kim, leading to Mickie James walling her up for the 1-2-3. Mickie James retains the title, and Gail gets an argument with ODB, which leads to Brooke Hogan coming out and reminding Gail that not only is ODB the official knockout referee, but she is also a active roster member, which could mean they're leading to some sort of feud between Gail Kim and ODB, which should be interesting to watch. But coming up next is Samoa Joe one-on-one with Christopher Daniels in the BFG series. Who's gonna win? Let's see what goes. Christopher Daniels picks up 7 points by defeating Samoa Joe after the Aces and XVP. Anderson comes out causing a distraction, leading to Christopher Daniels hitting the chop block, followed by the BME for the 7 points in the win. Another example of Aces and H trying to keep the main event Mafia away from the world title. Currently the top 2 point getters in the BFG series or Magnus and Joe of the main event Mafia. Looks like Joe just lost out on 7 more points, and Daniels picks it up, giving him a total of 14 points so far, which is also what Anderson got for his win moments ago. Looks like the Mafia's looks like the Aces and Eights are trying to keep the Mafia away from the world title. But coming up next is the phenomenal one, AJ Styles one-on-one with the charismatic and with Jeff Hardy, and yet another Bound for Glory series match. The main event is up next, and what will happen between the Aces and Eights, Bully Ray and Hulk Hogan? Will Hogan force Sabre to relinquish the championship back to Bully Ray, or will Bully go through on his promise to ruin Impact Wrestling? Well, to see how it turns out, we got about 30 minutes left on the show. Should be interesting. AJ Styles picks up 10 points in the PFG series by winning a very solid main event match against Jeff Hardy via the Calf Killer. In the main event, after the match, Hardy tries to shake AJ's hand, but instead AJ walks away and leaves him in the middle of the ring. A new side of AJ still being shown. Very not one for sportsmanship anymore, it seems. But coming up next is the decision time for Hulk Hogan and Dixie Carter. Will they strip Saban of the title, or risk some sort of lawsuit or some sort of action from Bully's lawyer? We'll have to wait and see how it turns out. What will the decision be? Hogan says it has to be done. Whatever the decision is has to be done. And he and Dixie are on the same side. It doesn't look good for Saban right now, but we'll have to see how it turns out. We got a few more minutes left in Impact, so let's get back. Bully Ray comes out to demand his world championship back. This brings out Saban, and Saban goes on to say that he will not relinquish the championship to anyone, including Bully Ray. He says if Bully Ray wants the title, he'll have to rip it from his cold dead fingers. This brings out the GM, Hulk Hogan, who rips up the lawsuit, the papers, saying that August 15th there will be justice served, and it will be hardcore justice when Bully Ray takes on Chris Sabin for the World Championship. This time, it this time it will be no aces and eights. There'll be no main event mafia. It'll be Bully Ray versus Chris Sabin 1-on-1 for the championship inside a steel cage. Hardcore Justice is August 15th. Guessing it's another special Impact broadcast. Should be interesting to watch. And Impact goes off the air with a very upset and despondent, as I guess the word could say. Bully Ray and Sabin looks somewhat worried, but still confident he will be able to defeat Bully Ray. August 15th is the date for Hardcore Justice, and that's the end of Impact Wrestling. I'll see you. I'll have another video up tomorrow, possibly for SmackDown, and the rest of the weekend is Solid Gold Saturday and Sunday. I promise I'll get on my soapbox and give you Soapbox Sunday. It'll be a very special video. Soapbox Sunday will be a special rant, I guess you could say, of mine. But I'll see you tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and Monday for Raw. And I'm out.